Fucking give her, bud. Woo! Picture really. Me too. Cool. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah! Good shit! Alright, let's start that climb again. And right now we are starting at just after 1 o'clock. So let's see how long it takes to get up there. But yeah, someone in my comments asked me how long it actually takes me to climb up the hill. And I've never actually timed myself. I did that little climbing challenge to see how long it would take me to get to that chilbot turnoff, and it wasn't too long, so I figured that climbing up to the top couldn't be that much longer, you know? I figure at the very least it's better to know than not. And I'm actually quite happy that I made that stop in my car too. My rear shock was actually feeling a bit low, and it was almost like 100 psi down from what it normally was. I've noticed that I've been like casing my rear shock a bit, and I don't know, maybe I need new seals or something. Probably just need to take it into a bike shop if this doesn't stay in, but just a shame that way. I do ride my bike quite a lot, so I guess it makes sense. You need to keep up with the maintenance and all that, but just a shame. I don't like to spend money unless I absolutely have to. Bit of a cheap bastard that way, but it's the only way you'll be able to save up money, you know? Just how it goes. But enough chilling out. I gotta keep on moving. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so I finally made it up to the chilbot turnoff, and it actually wasn't too bad. I didn't really push myself to go like as fast as I possibly could. I still want to get like at least one more run in after this, so like I stopped for a bit of water and all that stuff, and it actually only took me about 20 minutes, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. It's not too bad. It only takes about like 5 minutes to get up to the bridge, and then you can continue down P Hill. But for now, I think I'm just going to continue up to Fireline, and yeah, just see how long it takes me to get there. And then I'll finally be able to head down the new updated trail. Actually quite hyped for that. So I'll see you when I get there. Alright, so I finally made it up to the top of the Chilbot Community Forest. That really wasn't that bad. I decided to take the climbing route instead of the steep route. So it did take me a bit longer. If you wanted to shave off a couple minutes, then you could go up the steep part, but it depends if you want to conserve energy for more rides or just get it over with, you know? But for me, it took a little bit over half an hour to get here from the parking lot. So that's not too bad comparatively. I think for Bear Mountain, it takes me about an hour and a half to get up to the Wasp entrance or to Biggins. So it's like a bit of a smaller mountain, but you also get like less of a descent. And for Thornhill, I think it took me 15 or 20 minutes, maybe. So that's like even shorter than this. But personally, I think they have a bit of a better climbing trail. There's like one good break spot that gets you right when you're really tuckered out, so you can like finish off the rest of it, but that's just personal preference, you know? Everyone has different energy levels and endurance like performances. But for now, I'm going to be chilling out for a little while, and then I'll be heading down the new and improved Fireline. Actually pretty interested to see what they've done with the place. But to do that, I need some food and water, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, the sun's shining again. I'm starting to feel a bit more full, and I think that it's time to head down Fireline. Let's fucking send it. Okay, updated Fireline, rather. See what they've done to the place. I was told that the beginning is a bit more steep than it was, and I am inclined to agree there. Looks like they made a little triple out of it, so that's sort of cool. Oh. Well, yeah, this is actually a really fun trail. I remember I was here when the guy was actually doing some work further up. Oh yeah, here we go. So we'll see what he has done with the place. I trust him. seems to be pretty good at his job, so can't complain too much, you know? Put in a cool little ladder bridge here. That's sort of neat. Said that he took out about 25 meters of trail and put in like 175, so pretty worth it overall. Not quite sure what they've changed. There's only one way to figure out, you know? Whew, little jump there. Nice. That's a hell of a berm. Oh, can't go too high on it though. Shit. Nice little rock kicker. Whew. Definitely seems like they've made a trail a bit more techy, but that's fine. Good to change it up a bit. Good stuff. Hell yeah. Oh, that's a stick that I just plowed right through. Fuck yeah. Thank God it didn't get caught in my spokes or something. That would have spelt some bad news for me. Bit of a steep section's the same. Nice. Woo. Hell yeah. Oh, good shit. Oh, nice. Added a little jumperoonie there. Coolio. Just a second before I get into her. Gotta tighten up my backpack again. Goodness. That does seem to be the one sort of painful thing about having a Camelback. As you drink it, it sort of gets a bit more loose on you, but for how useful it is, and for the fact you can just like tighten it up by pulling some straps, so worth it. Honestly, it's probably one of my better investments, right up there with the helmet. Oh, and I remember this one. Good stuff. Cleared that, no problem. Ah, that's great. I love that boulder. Cool little rock roll. Ah, it's pretty fun though. I like what they've done to the place. Helps. No, we're doing good. I think we're actually coming to the end of the trail already. Oh, this comes up on me a bit quicker than I expected it to. Yeah, here we go. Ah, that's fun though. Some good improvements. Just helps stretch out the trail a bit, you know? Nice that way. All right. And now I can take a run down Spotlem. Hell yeah. Perfect. Got to catch my breath a little bit, push my bike up, and now I'm gonna go for a run down Spotlem. There's a bit of lap traffic, so I just let the guy go ahead of me. Now we're sending it down. Oh, that is a pretty fun kicker. Just boosts you. Oh, perfect. Woo! Yeah! Oh, that's dope. Oh, that's not a good sound. Oh, that's not a good sound at all. Really? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's an option. Really? Man! Well, that sort of sucks. Pretty rare thing that happens, but I ended up getting a bit of a flat. Shame that way, but I don't know. If you treat your bike the way that I do, it's bound to have some technical issues sometimes. I think I just got a puncture from hitting a rock. Oh well, what can you do there? Still had fun though. Glad I was able to check out Fireline, just a bit of a bummer. Such is life, I suppose. Such is life. Now that's just some real salt in the wound. They actually ended up rebuilding one of the jumps too. My goodness. I guess it's just extra incentive to come back here once I have a fixed tire, but man, I don't think it was just that one jump. They put some real work into this trail in the past couple days, I guess, past week. Oh man, guess the trail gods are really throwing some salt in my game today, but such is life, man. Can't really control punctures, and I don't usually bring an extra tube and tire with me, unfortunately, but at least I have it at home. Be able to head out again next week without any delays, so can't complain too much there. We'll see how it goes. Alright, I made it back to my car in one piece, thankfully, even if I can't say the same for my bike. It's a bit of a buzzkill that my day got cut a bit short, but what can you do, honestly? At this point, I'm actually pretty happy with how long it lasted. I was just thinking that, it was going for a while, so I'd say I got my money's worth out of that tube, so can't complain too much. And I got to check out the new Fireline, so I'm actually quite happy about that. Really like what they've done to the place. Switched it up a little bit on you, and I actually do think they made it a bit more technical. Sort of enjoy that. I don't know. They did add a few more jumps, which I sort of like. Just need to learn the trail a bit more so you can hit them, but yeah, I really can't complain too much, man. It's just nice to see. Glad to see that they're always doing work here, and it's always good stuff, man. It's nice that way. I like it. But until next time, I gotta go fix my tire, and yeah, hope everyone's staying safe, having a good time, and until I see you next, peace out.